I'm seeing article after article about how, pardon my language, but how fucked Gen Z and millennials are in corporate America right now. There was one article that was just like, can we just all not afford things forever from now on? Like, is that what's going on where it's everybody's just over leveraged, everybody's in debt because everything's getting more expensive and the corporations aren't paying anymore. In fact, the walls are getting taller. Now you have to go through 9 interviews to get in. The risky bet is going to corporate, and like the safe bet is building something for yourself, right?
Is building a business easy? No. But is it worth it? Always. And this particular video, this guy does a lot of tremendous work in helping freelancers position how to value their work and how to price their work. So I really appreciate his content. But he brings up a super awesome point that now corporations, people think that today corporations are still the safe bet. I don't think so, man. Especially with how little loyalty there is today in corporate America, how much more scarce and DIY the benefits have become for people who work for, corporations. Are the people who do very well for themselves working for someone else? Yes. Is owning your own business or being self-employed in some way for everybody? No, there's nothing that's for everybody. But I always had trouble imagining myself working for a company and then getting a phone call or a message to kind of come into the office at 4 o'clock on a Friday. And, then they just deliver the news that, hey, your role's been cut, your department's been cut, even though it has nothing to do with your quality of work, that they just kind of cut you from the company because it was a business decision. And I always knew that growing up, that for my wife, for my children, I would never want to be in a position where there was someone else that was in control of, what was going to go on in my life. Have that conversation with your spouse, with your kids about, hey, daddy got let go from work today. And then what are we going to do now? So I think that, now is probably the best time in the world to consider either having a side business and building into a full-time business, or, starting in a position where you can just build a business straight out of high school or college or whatever you do. That's what I chose to do. And I think that the younger that you are, the less risk that there is in building a business of your own. Because, if you live with your folks and you want to start a business and it doesn't work out, you can always go find a job, right? But you're in a rare opportunity where if you're a young person and live with family, you can start a business with little risk or very minimal risk, okay? And in addition to that, if you're in a position where you already have a lot of obligations,